Good afternoon, Fantasy Babe. Mike Williams here, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. I have a buy-sell segment set up. I'm going to go through some players that I think you should buy, meaning trade for, and some players you should trade away. Now, a caveat to this is you should know that I'm not just trading these people away for peanuts. So, for example, my first one that I'm selling is Aaron Jones. I'm not going to sell Aaron Jones for anything less than a running back 1, a wide receiver 1, or a nice combo between wide receiver 1s and wide receiver 2s. All right. I don't know about you, but Sunday mornings, I've gotten some of my best trades in. Some of the best trades I've ever made were done on Sunday morning. So, in the future, I'm probably going to do this a little ahead of time, but hopefully you check this out on your Facebook, and it helped. All right, so Aaron Jones, I am selling him because I believe that Aaron Jones is a very, very good running back, and I think that we saw him freed this week. He had 48 fantasy points, and that's great. 7 receptions, 8 targets, 75 yards, 19 on the ground, and 107 rushing yards. That's amazing. 4 touchdowns. Phenomenal. That's why you sell high. Because now I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, well, let me think about this. Devontae Adams is out. Jamal Williams is out. What's this offense look like when they have all their pieces? And I don't think that Aaron Jones is going to be this massive blow-up player. But if you could sell him as a number 1 running back, if you could sell him like a top 5 and get like David Johnson back, I'm doing that. I'm not saying sell him for Sony Michel. What I am saying is, hey, man, if somebody's trying to give you like a very good player, like a top 5 type player, sell him. Juju Smith-Schuster, your window's probably closing on selling him. He had 19 fantasy points last week, and the touchdown and the run came from a very broken play that he should have been tackled on. So he kind of got lucky to get the 19 points. Sell him high while he still has it. James Conner is a sell in the sense that you can sell him on the laurels of they don't have anybody now. They have to use him. He's the only running back in the backfield. Juju Smith-Schuster can't get separation all the time. They're going to use James Conner. That's how I would sell it. And I think that he can get back decent running back. He can get a decent running back in return. Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram has started off very, very hot, but he's not involved at all in the passing game, and I don't think that the touchdowns continue. He has up and down games when he scores touchdowns. He has great games. For example, he scored 3 touchdowns in week 3. That was awesome. He had 35 points, but week 2 and week 4, he had 9 points. So I would sell him high. His yearly total is a great thing to harp on if you're trying to sell. That's what I would do. All right, next, David Montgomery. I like David Montgomery. I think that moving forward he should be good, but man, he is not looking great personally. His carries are fluctuating from week to week. He had 11 last week, 21 the week before, 13 the week before that, 18. So it's an up and down roller coaster. I'm not too big on him. If somebody's willing to give you some good return on that because they have faith in the upside, I sell him. Now, mind you, I'm not selling for pennies. I'm selling for something good, but those are people I am willing to part with for an upgrade. Now, here's my buys. Oh, I didn't like to start off negative. I don't like to be a negative person. I'm a very positive person. So let's start off with Kyler Murray, my man. He's been looking great. 25 fantasy points this week, and he's starting to run the ball. That is why Kyler Murray is going to be an elite player in this league at some point. He throws the ball very well. He hasn't been able to convert it into touchdowns yet, but I think he's young, and that's going to come. The rushing is what matters. Week 2, he had 3 rushes. Week 3, 8 rushes. Then 4, and now 10. I believe that they are designing more designated runs for him because they're seeing that it's working and he's becoming more comfortable with the NFL game. And the more comfortable he gets, the more he's going to run. And the more he runs, the more available the people are going to be downfield because they're going to have a defender stop and watch him. And that's a defender that won't be defending one of his receivers. So I think that moving forward, he should be a great play. Buy low. Kerryon Johnson, this is a great buy low. He's only averaged 10, well, not 10. He had 16, 10, and 16 fantasy points in the last 3 weeks. One thing that I really like about him is his carries are going up. Ever since C.J. Anderson left, his carries have substantially increased. C.J. Anderson left, he had 12 carries, then he had 20 carries, then he had 26 carries. I love watching the carry count go up. He's a workhorse. I'm grabbing him now before he has a blow-up game. Next, I'm going to say Le'Veon Bell. Now, Le'Veon Bell has been very good this year on very limited quarterback play. Sam Darnold went out, and Le'Veon Bell has been kind of coasting. He hasn't been playing too great, which is why I think it's a great buy low. You should be able to get him because the Le'Veon Bell owner is not super excited about their prospect and how well he's been playing. But in my opinion, 15 points with a backup quarterback. He had 7 receptions, so he's involved in the receiving game for 45 yards. He also had 15 carries for 43 yards. I like him. And the schedule. Give me 1 second. He has a schedule that it is delicious. 1 second. Can't seem to find it off the top of my head. I'll look for that in a moment. I will get back to Le'Veon Bell at the end. All right, let's go to the next one. Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon hasn't had a chance to break out yet. And because of that, I think you can get him low. People have been holding him and everything. They drafted him. But I think that if you give a good enough offer, you should be able to get him for a cheaper price than he should go. Because in my opinion, once he's in full form, I think he's a top 10 running back. I would have said top 5, but Austin Eckler, I believe, is going to be staying on the field. So top 10 is where I'm going to go with that. And Damian Williams, he had a terrible game in week 5, only scoring 6 points. That's a perfect reason to buy. The Chiefs are not going to play like that every week. The Chiefs have not been playing up to snuff as they normally do, but that's going to change because Patrick Mahomes is amazing. They're about to get Tyreek Hill back. The offense is about to be opened up because Tyreek Hill takes the top off of everybody, and they can't stack the box in any way, shape, or form. So love picking up Damian Williams. And DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins has not been playing great. The most points he's had is 15, and that was last week. 7 receptions for 88 yards. Buy him low now. Right now. Find the Hopkins owner and give him an offer, because if you can get DeAndre Hopkins before he blows up, I think this Kansas City Chiefs game is a game where he has a great game. So buy low. The last thing I wanted to do for my people is give you the schedule for the Jets, because the Jets have a great schedule from week 9 to week 14. So give me 1 second. How y'all doing out there? You fantasy folks? Y'all getting ready? You setting your lineups? Well, good. I hope your fantasy season's going well. If you need anything, you're welcome to hit me up. This Fantasy Bay thing is going pretty well. I'm honestly loving it so far. It's been a lot of fun. So to everybody on Facebook that's been watching all my videos, thank you. For those who haven't, I appreciate not hating on me so far. I actually expected a lot more hate out of some people talking a lot of trash, but I haven't had anything, which has been kind of cool. But I expect that'll come eventually. Shouldn't speak too soon. All right, they're week 9, they play the Dolphins. Sorry, back to Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell has an amazing schedule towards the end of the stretch of the season, and he can lead you to a fantasy championship. So week 9, they play the Dolphins. Week 10, they play the Giants. 11, Redskins. 12, Raiders. 13, Bengals. 14, Dolphins. That's amazing. That is an amazing stretch. I need to make the playoffs. I need some good games. I need my best player to have some good games. That is what you're looking for. When you're looking for somebody down the line, the Dolphins aren't going to get better. The Giants defense is still not going to be good. So I'm liking them. I like pulling for Le'Veon Bell. Trade for him. He's a good target. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you have some trade targets that you think, if you disagree with me, let me know. We can get a nice debate going. But that's going to be it for buy or sell. Mike Williams, Fantasy Bay. I'm out.